Hello, so we want to continue. So when they pick up the stone to throw at Jesus, according to the Bible, Jesus he hid and then he took off from their midst. But Jesus never gave up on them. Remember, I told you the theme or the title of this Bible discussion is God is faithful. God is very, very faithful. Jesus never gave up on them. Even though they pick up stones to hurl at him, to kill him, to keep, when they pick up the stone, they pick not to just hurl at him and then let him go, to kill him. To kill him, because it was in the Jewish law that if anybody blasphemes, and that person must be pelted with stones to death. So when they pick up the stones, they said Jesus has blasphemed for saying, I before Abraham was I am. That is the I am of the Old Testament. That's Jehovah God. So they pick up stone in order to kill him. But he never gave up on them. He never gave up. See, God, Bible says he's slow to anger. God is slow to anger. Could you imagine a whole God and humans will pick stone to throw and kill God? And he runs, he hides from their midst. He could have spoken the word and they will all lie down dead. But he ran and he hid himself. And then even after that, he never gave up on them. So let's see what God did, what God did again. He never gave up on them. God is faithful. God is faithful. He never gave up on them. Let's see what he did. So do you know what he did? After that, when he went, then he went for a blind man. Somebody who was born blind. God went for somebody who was born blind and held that person in front of the temple. Somebody who was born blind. So when you read the 9, you will see there, the John chapter 9. As he went along, he saw a blind man from birth. His disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Then he went on the 3. He said, neither this man nor his parents sinned. Said Jesus, but this happened so that the work of God might be displayed in him. Okay, so you see, a man born blind, Jesus went to pick this man and he healed this man. He healed this man. And when God knows everything. God knows what will happen every second, every minute. He knew the reason why he healed the man born blind. Because he knew the man who was born blind around the temple area. The Pharisees, because according to the Bible, this man will always sit in front of the temple and then be begging. He's somebody who everybody knew he was blind from birth, and he sat in front of the temple always begging. And Jesus picked this man up and then he healed this man. He wanted the Pharisees to see. Because it's something that has never happened before. When you read the Bible, it says it has never been heard. It has never been heard that somebody born blind has been healed. It has never happened before. When you read Genesis, Revelation, it never happened before that somebody born blind has been healed. So this is the first time. So Jesus demonstrated power. And then Jesus knew that this man, the Pharisees will get to know that the man got healed. And he even knew that this man would testify about him to the Pharisees. So the Pharisees will come and put faith in him. So that they can get that reward of everlasting life. God never gave up on them. So let's continue. Let's see what's happened. Let's go to the 9:11. He says, he replied, the man they called Jesus made some mad. Okay, that was when they queried the man that Jesus cured from the blindness. They asked him how he got his sight. Okay, so he replied, the man they called Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed, and then I could see. So you see, no, when you go on, let's go on. When we go on, you see the Pharisees. So Jesus Christ knew the Pharisees would get to know, because the man was around the temple area. He would sit down and then he would beg, and they all knew he was blind. Okay, so the Pharisees came out to investigate. And Jesus did it because of the Pharisees. He wanted the Pharisees to know, say he is the Messiah, that he came to reward them with everlasting life. So if he has spoken to them and do not listen and they'll throw stone at him, then he will perform wonders and miracles so that they know. He will do things nobody in this world has done before, so that the Pharisees will know. So Jesus Christ did it because of the Pharisees. God is faithful. He wanted them to accept him. If I'll speak the words and you don't accept, then I'll do something nobody has done before. I'll demonstrate power to you. And everybody in his normal mind will accept. Everybody in his normal mind. If something that has never happened before, and that thing has happened, then you get to know, say, no, this thing is the power of God. It is the power of God. It's not human power. And that will move you to come to God. But after Jesus did all these things, the Pharisees, they still rejected. The Pharisees still rejected. So the Pharisees, let's go see. Let's go to the this thing. The 932. When you go to the 932, let's see what happened there. 932, John 932. Okay, so there it says, nobody has ever heard of opening the eyes of a man born blind. If this man were not from God, he could not do, or he could do nothing. Okay, when the Pharisees, they got to know that the man who was born blind was cured by Jesus, they were still saying, hey, Jesus is a liar, he's a liar, he's a sinner. So the man was born blind. Say, are you crazy? Have you ever heard that somebody born blind has received his sight before? So this is a clear demonstration of God's power. That man is God. It's a clear demonstration. He's a Messiah. But the Pharisees say, hey, they will never. So look at the reply of the Pharisees. Look at the reply. He said to this, they replied, the Pharisees, you were steeped in sin at birth. How dare you lecture us? And they threw him out. They threw him out. Okay, they denied that power. So see, and Jesus still never gave up on them. Do you know, God is faithful, and God is slow to anger. He never gave up on them. So let's see the last thing that he did. Let's see another. Now he did something bigger, something more powerful than opening the sight of somebody born blind. So when you go to the 11, let's see what he did. The 11, that was when he raised Lazarus from the dead. 11. Lazarus, when they told him that Lazarus was sick, he could have gone there quickly to cure him, but he said, no, I'll not cure him. This sickness is to the glory of God. What will result after the sickness is to the glory of God, because he wanted the Pharisees to still see, okay, I've done the blind man, I've worked on him, you will still not believe. Okay, I'll do something bigger and greater, something that nobody has ever and will ever be able to do again. I'll do that thing for you, so that you put faith in me, so that you come and I can give you the everlasting life. So he goes to Lazarus. When Lazarus was sick, he waited 3 days. When the guy has died for 3 days and has been buried, then Christ went and rose Lazarus from the grave. Somebody who has died for 3 days, was smelling. He has rotted. He was decaying and was smelling. He rose him from the dead. And then still, when the Pharisees, when they got to know that Lazarus had been raised from the dead, look at the attitude. Look, this thing, 11:45. John chapter 11, verse 45. John 11:45. He says, therefore many of the Jews who had come to visit Mary and had seen what Jesus did believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus has done. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees called a meeting of the Sanhedrin. What are we accomplishing? They asked. Here is this man performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and then the Romans will come and take our place, both our temple and our nation. Then one of them named Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, spoke up. You know nothing at all. You do not realize that it is better for you that one man die for the people than the whole nation perish. So look at so now they are plotting. Now they plotted to kill Jesus. They plotted to kill Jesus. They plotted to kill Jesus. So when you read the 53, so from that day on, they plotted to take his life. They plotted to take his life. After Jesus did this miracle, instead of them putting faith in Jesus, believing, they flatly, blatantly rejected him. This time they wanted to do away with him, kill him. So you see, children of devil, the truth can never make progress with them. No, even if it's not, they cast somebody said, and then God put it back, they will still never believe in God. They will still hate God. So those are children of the devil. That's how come we can know the children of the devil. People who don't have faith in God, no matter what, they will never believe, and they will always speak against God, and they will always hate God. And you have to avoid such people. You should be able to identify them and avoid them. Children of the devil. You should be able to identify them and avoid them.